Welcome back to Daytime Ottawa here on Rogers TV. My next guest can certainly relate to some of the images that we're seeing on television with, people fleeing Ukraine as her and her family had to flee the then USSR back in 1974. And I am joined by author Regina Gershman. Regina, welcome to the show. Wonderful to have you here. And yeah, take me back to 1974 and describe the circumstances of why you and your family had to flee the USSR at the time.
Thank you for having me. Going back to 1974, it was during the communist era. It was well, for us it was pretty bad too, since we had to abandon everything and everyone. Couldn't take many clothes. We only had 2 suitcases for the whole family of 4. And we had to flee in the middle of the night so nobody would find out that we had left Kiev. And then back then the process was that to get to the train station, we were given tickets, and we just had to disappear in the middle of the night.
And it's it was my understanding as well that you were being pursued by Russian authorities as well, right?
That's right. At that time, we were only given we only had 2 weeks to prepare and just leave.
I know you have fond memories of Kiev, even though you left under those kinds of circumstances. But, share some of those fond memories with us.
Well, as a little girl, I used to go to school. I had many friends. I had a lot of family members. I would remember going to my grandmother's place. I remember going to movies with my friends and going to different relatives' house for dinner, for lunch, and having a lot of family members around me who loved me and cared for me. And it was a joyful thing. And I remember going to theater and opera houses.
Nice.
There was life. And yeah. I enjoyed life with my parents. And we also lived in a cottage during the summer. And it was just, for us, it was just wonderful. Well, we are kids. We didn't understand. We were still small.
Right.
And we thought we had a good life. Well, except for going to school, it was a completely different story.
Have you ever returned to Kiev at all?
No, I have never returned to Kiev.
When you see what's going on now, the Russians obviously decided to invade. Did you ever expect this to turn into the full-out war that we see now?
No, absolutely not. I had not expect a war coming to Ukraine at all. Even my relatives who were still in Kiev, nobody expected. Even 2 months ago, I was in Dominican Republic, and there were a lot of Ukrainian people there, straight from Ukraine, and Russian people also there. Nobody expected this was going to happen, and we even talked about it, and nobody expected. Absolutely, just a horrible thing. It's just unpredictable. It was just, I'm just speechless. I just can't.
Yeah, I can imagine. Well, you just mentioned family. So you have family that is in Ukraine now. Have any of your family managed to escape, or do they intend on staying like many Ukrainians?
I have an aunt there. She's 84 years old, and she cannot escape because she can hardly walk. I talked to her this morning. Things are very grim over there. She is planning to go to shelter after my phone conversation, but she can't sleep at night. It's cold. There's no heat. Some of her neighbors' windows were blown out, and it's just very worrisome. A lot of people have left, but a lot have stayed behind because they have nowhere to go, just like my aunt. And some of them are so scared they can't even leave their houses.
Yeah, I mean, sorry, I was just going to say it's turned into an incredible humanitarian crisis as well. I think 2.8 million Ukrainians have now left Ukraine. You know, to just see those numbers of people fleeing their country, it just must be heart-wrenching for you and your family to watch.
It is. Some of my members, family members, have completely disappeared. I don't know where they are, if they're still alive or not. I haven't heard from them in weeks now, and I don't know. I'm hoping for the best. And it's so many number of people have actually left Ukraine. Those
Yeah.
who could, did. Those who can't, well.
Yeah, it's difficult. Well, you know, my hearts and thoughts with your family members that are still there. Thank you so much for joining us, Regina. Really appreciate the time today. Don't go away. We're coming back to talk about the Ottawa Humane Society right after this.